Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our backyard. Well, it is hibiscus time here in the south, and the nurseries are brimming full of tropical hibiscus. But did you know you can grow hibiscus, depending on the variety, in zones 4 through 11? And I actually have all 3 different types of hibiscus in my yard, so I am going to take you through them. But what got me thinking about this post, even though this is springtime and it is the perfect time to go out and get, because the selection is really good on the tropical hibiscus for all you southern growers. What got me started thinking about this was a favorite flower that I can't grow here. I love peonies, and peonies do not grow here along the upper Texas Gulf Coast. And then it got me thinking, well, what is it about a peony that I really like? And I love the smell, but hands down it's the showiness and the beautiful large flower. Well, even though I can't grow peonies here, we can grow hibiscus, and in particular tropical hibiscus. And this also has a beautiful showy flower. It rained a little bit yesterday, and I still have raindrops and dew on this red, beautiful tropical hibiscus. Apologize for the birds in the background. They're wanting to come in and eat, and I think I'm cramping their style a little bit. Anyway, I have a red tropical hibiscus because, as you know, I garden specifically for butterflies and hummingbirds are drawn to the color red. So I'm going to go over to my next hibiscus bloom color. And this color is new for me this year. It's a beautiful yellow with that dark, deep red center. Love it. And this is another tropical hibiscus. And for those of you in the south that know, these wonderful plants are only hardy for zones 10 through 11. But sometimes we can get away with it in zone 9 if we wrap our plants when we have a freeze event. I've been able to save my hibiscus flowers until the plants, I should say, until this last freeze, which was extended. We had a December freeze that it got down to 17 degrees, and the cold snap was 4 days in a row, and it really did a number on my tropical hibiscus. And so I lost these 2, and I needed to replace them. And so I replaced with a red bloom and this yellow bloom that you see here. But I am trying an experiment, and I have a large pot, and this hibiscus did not die, and it is a beautiful pink hibiscus. And incredibly, I have one large tall branch that survived. And so I am going to see if it is worth keeping and nurturing this hibiscus, or if it would have been better off to just replace it. This is also a tropical hibiscus. As you can see, I grow my tropical hibiscus in pots, and they are very well suited for pots because they are hardy to zones 10 and 11. And so many people down south will bring their hibiscus into the garage if it threatens to freeze. So tropical hibiscus in pots is a good thing. I also have a Hardy Hibiscus, and this is one of the first hibiscuses, or actually one of the first plants that I started to grow when I started gardening. And I wanted this plant so bad. I'm going to show you the tag here. And this Hardy Hibiscus is called Blue Chiffon. It is a rose of Sharon. It's hardy in zones 5 through 9. And I loved the look of this flower. Of course, the color drew me, the blue. So I couldn't get it here locally at the time, and I ordered it through Proven Winners. And at the time, I didn't think a tiny plant like that they would ship, but it was the smallest plant I have ever seen. And this will be the 3rd year in the ground, and I'm surprised at how slow it has grown. So certainly it could be the spot that I have it in. I do have it in a raised bed in very nicely mulched soil. It does get full sun for a good portion of the year, and it's supposed to grow about a foot a year, I've looked up, and it is maybe 18 to 24 inches tall, but it does bloom really, really nicely. And incidentally, you may ask, why do I have these specks of lemon peel on the ground? I have a problem with neighborhood cats coming into my yard and using it as their litter box. And I literally have to come out every morning and clean up cat poo. And I detest that. So I'm trying to find a safe way to deter the cats, and I haven't found one yet. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know, because cat poo kills. For some reason, they like to poo right next to my plants, and it actually kills the roots. So I do not like that. My next plant I want to show you is also potted, and this is called a Hardy Hibiscus or Rose Mallow. And these are wonderful plants in the fact that they are grown in zones 4 through 10. My mother has a Hardy Hibiscus, and believe it or not, she lives up north and gets super cold winters where it can get 25 to 30 below. And these grow beautifully in zones 4 through 10. So anyway, Hardy Hibiscus has those real famous dinner-sized plate flowers and blooms. They're just real showy. And as I was doing my research on the Hardy Hibiscus, it is actually a hybrid from our North American wildflower. And so it's really adapted well to the US. You'll notice that it dies to the ground. So even down here in the south, it has the life cycle, the full year life cycle, and it will die to the ground and come up the next spring. And it's one of the last to start coming up. It will become bushy and tall and have beautiful blooms the size of dinner plates. So Hardy Hibiscus here is typically sold in the south midsummer. June and July, and for instance, Houston Garden Centers has scads of them usually out and about, and so they're real popular. Right now, though, the tropical hibiscus are what us folks in the south are really going after and trying to get this spring. And a final thought I'd like to share with you on tropical hibiscus. I purchased this hibiscus from a big box store. I'm going to show you the tag. And one of the things that I have noticed with these type of hibiscus is I don't have as good luck with these. And I want to kind of give you a description of why. They have a real waxy leaf. It's kind of a thicker leaf. And even though I love the blooms, and unfortunately I don't have one that is blooming right now, but this for me is more conducive to pests, and it has higher pest pressure. And I now don't purchase these. Anything that has this thick waxy leaf, I do not purchase as a tropical hibiscus because of the issues that I have with them. So I'm going to go back over and show you the other leaf. This leaf is just a normal green leaf. They're a little bit wet here because of the dew and the rain yesterday, but it isn't the thick waxy leaf. The The thick waxy leaf I noticed have really interesting colors. They'll have multicolors, they'll have variegated colors, and they're gorgeous to the eye. But I have way more problems with those in my gardens than I do with this just wonderful tried and true tropical hibiscus. And I actually go to my local nurseries to get these, and they have been so successful. Well, thanks for joining me today talking about hibiscus plants and what got me started thinking about having hibiscus plants. It's because I couldn't grow peonies. And what was it about a peony that really attracted me to it? And it's the beautiful showy flowers. And tropical hibiscus satisfies that itch for me. They have beautiful showy flowers. And so for you, wherever your zone is, you should be able to grow some type of hibiscus, whether it's the tropical, the Rose of Sharon, or the Hardy Hibiscus, also known as the Rose Mallow. Okay. I hope you all have a great day today.